Weird. Okay.
All right.
ahead.
So
That's
think,
right.
Think Green Needle, and you. And
I heard Green Needle. I hear Green Needle. I was thinking
Every
Brainstorm
time.
the entire time it was going. I was thinking Brainstorm. I heard Green Needle. I couldn't hear anything.
I hear Brainstorm now.
I couldn't hear Brainstorm. I heard Green Needle.
all right, everyone. There's something terribly wrong with Dave.
You should go to the doctors and get
Do
an
it
ear
again.
checkup,
Okay,
man.
now do this again.
Oh, okay.
Do this again.
All right,
I'm
all right.
convinced that this is something's
All right, dude, because you're being a real dick right now. All right, here we go.
Oh, I heard green.
I can't. Maybe I'm like locked into
It goes
Green Needle somehow.
brainstorm.
And I can't hear
It goes
Green
brainstorm.
I never hear the Brainstorm. I
It
always
goes-
hear Green Needle. I'm trying to hear. I was thinking
It goes
Brainstorm the whole time.
brainstorm.
All right. Well, I suggest that we have this up on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I suggest people either really let David have it here, or
Yeah, man. Jesus.
or say, just let us know what you heard, or if you were able to alternate depending on what you were thinking about.
I think subconsciously I'm locked into Green Needle. And
Yeah.
I have no choice. That's what I think is
What a-
happening here.
what a
somehow.
dick.
I'm trying to, but I just hear Green Needle, and maybe that's a trick.
No. And this has been David shits on my point.
2018.
Yeah, fucking guy.
Brainstorm, David. Brainstorm.
All right, cool. Well, moving on. And I am interested in hearing what everybody else.
Looking forward to seeing what everyone says.
Cool. So, all right. Well, let's get going with our sports segment.
Ruh-oh.
Cool. Well, that was the sports.
Welcome to sports, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Do you have anything interesting to say about sports today, dude?
I could just give you a little recap. LeBron is beating the shit out of the Celtics right now. The Golden State Warriors are shitting on David's face and teabagging him. Oh, wait.
What?
Did I say David or the Rockets? I meant the Rockets.
Uh-huh.
That's what's going on. Unless we want to talk speculation, we got the NBA draft coming up. It's kind of a low for sports right now. I guess that feeds into football.
You're not excited about NBA finals and the playoffs?
It's
and
not the
shit?
finals yet, man. It's not. It barely feels like the playoffs. It's going to be the Warriors and the Cavs again.
All
Come
over
see me
again.
in 2 weeks, is what I want to say. And the Dodgers are just shit infest right now, dude. The Dodgers are. They swept the Nationals this past weekend, which is good because the Nationals are a good team.
Yeah.
So I guess that means we're a good team if we can sweep a good team, except they lost again today. Or yesterday, I'm sorry. They're playing again tonight. I believe tonight's against the Rockies, and then we'll be at the game tomorrow, Josie.
Yeah, for
It's
Cal
going to be
Poly night.
alumni night once again at Dodger
I'm
Stadium.
gonna try to get drunk, dude.
Hopefully,
I'll show up wasted.
hopefully we fall into
I'm
a
taking
win
public
there.
transportation for this one.
My car's not public transportation.
I'm part of the public, dude.
There he goes. So yeah, the Dodger game's going to be fun. The Angel game, everyone's talking about this guy Otani. Have you guys heard about this guy?
No, what's up with this guy?
This Japanese phenom. So he pitches and he fucking hits home runs.
Okay.
He's a legitimate pitcher and can play the field. This is a badass little throwback, by the way.
Bed to the
I wish I could.
segment.
I wish I could shoot free throws to the Pokemon song.
I'm so bored. I'm just gonna start playing some Pokemon. Fuck this shit.
All right. The Pokemon are. Let us know what you catch over there. Anyways, getting back to it, the Dodgers are going to shit it up. Looks like tomorrow, Foo. Let's hope they.
Yeah, I think they'll win.
Let's
they'll
hope
win.
they fall
They'll
into a
see
win
me in
tomorrow.
the crowd, and they'll be like, "Hey, let's win it for that guy."
Yeah. So one of their pitchers pitched yesterday. He did really well. Guess what happened to him? Got hurt.
Oh, great.
So things aren't looking too bright for the boys in blue. But we're gonna get a sweet collectible tomorrow. It's gonna be our school colors. It's gonna be a badass hat, snapback. It's gonna be fantastic.
One size fits most.
Mostly, not the big folk though.
Right.
By big folk I mean tall.
Not the foo.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, that's about wraps that up for our little sports segment there.
Cool, man.
And
Thanks. Good job.
we'll see. Check back in 2 weeks.
Cool. So after the sports, I didn't think it was going to be that long, actually. I thought we were really just going to be, well, that was the sports right after coming in from the intro. But
Now sports
thanks,
from
man.
sports.
From the foo.
From the sports.
So I also wanted to give a quick science update. So
Science.
yeah. So I saw this thing on Instagram the other day on one of the things that the Foo Bar follows, ASAP Science. I found them to be pretty interesting. And today they posted something that says, new study finds that our beds are 10 times filthier than the beds of chimpanzees.
I saw that, and it's funny because chimpanzees literally sleep in their own shit.
Yeah, so they make it every day. They make their bed. So scientists swabbed samples from chimpanzee nests and compared them with human beds.
But they're not going to tell you how they got these samples, by the way.
Yeah, they probably won't. But the results are a bit shocking. They found only 3.5% of bacteria in chimpanzees' nests came from its body.
What do they have nets for?
Nests came from its body, while in humans they found 35%, a whole 100 times more than they would of a chimpanzee. So basically we're sleeping in our own
did these
filth.
guys go to the fucking clean freak's house, or did these guys go to fucking Ted's house that fucking reminds me of the Jason Pruitt of houses?
I wouldn't send anybody to that motherfucker's house, that's for sure.
They're probably swapping the bed of a guy who has like beer bottles
need to
and
be
pizza
wearing-
boxes in his fucking
You
living
need to be
room for
wearing that
weeks.
shit that those guys were wearing when they picked up ET. They were all in those hazmat suits. Yeah.
It's like good night,
So that for
just to go to
fucking
bed.
Fred. And it's important to remember that the chimps make a new bed every night, and we don't. So which leads to a substantial
Whatever
amount of
that
dead
means.
skin cells instead of outside bacteria. What that means is that we use the same sheets practically every day unless we wash them, and then we start all over again there. So it leads to a lot of more dead skin cells instead of outside bacteria. And if you thought keeping your bed away from outside microbes is actually if you thought keeping your bed away from outside microbes, it's
Pizza pie.
it's actually harmful in the long run.
Microbes.
Yeah, disgusting.
I'll have a Supreme.
So our bodies aren't as exposed enough to bacteria and germs, which helps keep our immune system strong. So maybe be more like a chimpanzee.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Words
Live
of
in the
wisdom.
forest.
Science.
Live in the forest. They live in forests or jungles?
Both?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds about
We
right.
should bring on an expert.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I found an expert for this next segment. It's the foos woes of online dating.
Oh no!
I don't have an intro for this yet because I just thought of it last night. So I figured, hey man, so how's it been going on your online dating campaign?
The campaign's in full effect. It's fully funded by myself. Only 2 premium memberships have been bought. Just kidding. I usually use the free shit. If I'm going to
Any
give you,
success?
I don't know if I should burn myself here or
Well, you think she's gonna listen to this, man?
maybe
You really?
maybe you
Yeah.
never know.
Okay.
What if I send her the link?
We hope so. TheFooBarShow.com.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me
Not
just,
yet.
Let me finish here.
okay. By early June, we'll have the .com.
Well,
TheFooBarShow.com.
Fubar Show.
Just Foobar
Foobar.
Show,
Double O.
and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Foobar Show. That's the
Foo. F-double-O Bar Show.
we should
That's
we should really
FOO.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
All right. So the
getting
woes of
getting back
online
to
dating
the,
with the Foo.
Tinder is interesting nowadays. It's
Mhm.
more about trying to get catfished and schemed, seems like. I use all the free shit, so of course it's not going to be 100% fucking results ridden. But I met a few, I know, right? Free stuff doesn't yield you results. Weird.
I know.
I've met a few people. Most of them have not been memorable, hence why I'm still on these apps.
Okay.
But yeah.
How about you, David? Have you been hitting up the online platforms for dating lately?
No comment.
Okay. That always means yes.
See, he doesn't want to burn himself. What a smart guy. They're pretty funny to go off of, but if I'm being completely honest, people know how to fucking spam you now and steal your shit on there. And you don't even have to prove how old you are to get on these sites. You just have to say that you're this age. So I can see a lot of young fellas getting tricked here, which sucks because their parents are gonna have to pay for it.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. They post these super hot but super fake pictures of these girls that they just ripped off the internet.
Yeah.
And they try to message you like they're super interested in you.
Yeah.
And some even like first message, they're like, "Here's my email me." It's like, why the fuck do I need to email you if you just sent me a message on this app?
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
Suspecting little guys are gonna get into some deep shit there.
Right.
Was there any of the apps you guys have questions about, actually?
Well, I've hit personals up, and I've seen that before.
Never heard of it. What's it called?
Personals, like personals, like online personals. Like, you know how Craigslist used to have personals, or like LA Times has
They
personals,
don't?
or
Oh.
like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's
I
like
heard
looking
Craigslist
for-
was getting rid of it because of like all
Really?
the fucking...
Yeah,
There's
I
like
think
sex trafficking going on or something?
Not trafficking, it's like self-prostitution's going on, really.
Oh, shit, okay.
I mean, yeah, you just
It's
fucking...
like the platform to pick up hookers and shit?
And then, yeah, dude, not just hookers. I mean, fucking, people are trying to get people on it, too, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Walking into like an orgy and shit. And you're just...
Depending who you are, you might like that scenario. Right?
So, on the same subject, as far as like kind of the whole guys catfishing, back in the day, there used to be guys who you would hit up on personals that you would talk to.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like, they're looking for someone to just share letters with and things like that. And eventually,
If you're a lady, you mean?
if you're a guy looking for someone to talk to, you
Okay.
can find someone through personals back in the day, like in your local newspaper.
Like a pen pal.
And there would be people who would have relationships with a person just strictly writing all the time, and these women would tell them of stories that they live in these havens where they are with other women, kind of kept trapped by a cult, and they try to convince the other person that they need money, they need to get out of there, need to find a way to move, and they convince this other person to fall in love with them, and they share their stories with and their deepest, darkest secrets. They share pictures with them as far as pretending to be real, but in the end, they end up just being someone who's trying to get money from them. All ran by one guy who basically does this as a business, hires girls to take pictures, and they send them off to them to write letters for him to basically talk to this person.
It's
while
fucking
making money.
online conism right there.
Yeah, and she basically says, "Hey, I need the money to keep writing you letters. You got to send me some money, and I'll keep talking to you." And
Dang.
this guy falls in love with her. He ends up learning. That this person isn't real, but keeps her memory as if she is. Like, he keeps the pictures. He knows that the letters were written by a man. He knows that they
By
weren't.
some guy.
And he still keeps the letters, and he still keeps the memory of her as if she was, because he
Kind of
felt
like
so much
being
in
a
love with her.
fan of what was happening.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. Yeah, well, I would.
That is some shit I am not doing.
Yeah, dude.
Let's hope.
No. This is
So-
actually going to kind of get a...
All right, do you actually have
lengthy
something
segment.
to talk about today, Fu?
Yeah. Plenty.
All right. Well, I'm giving you a second so you can look it up. But last time, I think it was a little scattered. He promised, nay, threatened us with a weed blog, and I don't. In my opinion,
Jose's
it
the
never
only
came.
one who took it as a threat.
I was afraid.
You were afraid of missing out on good info?
Yeah, man. So-
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of... I got a couple things to talk about.
yeah, what's new in the
I
world
can-
of weed? It doesn't have to be about you, you know?
No, but I figured I'd throw a
Stop
little...
making everything about you, man.
I'll try. I was going to just throw in a little bit about that. I was just going to throw in a little bit about that, especially since
You want
now...
weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
See? This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Good old Chevy Chase.
Yeah. I'll talk a little bit about. I mean, it's legal in California, so